six. Bond stands alone.
Now Booker with Tucker on him. Throws it up for 8. Shot blocked by Antetokounmpo. What a block from Giannis.
17 seconds from Game 7 or from championship number 6. Jordan, open. Chicago with the lead.
Minute remaining. And they're putting Curry in the pick and roll, trying to get him on Irving. Irving and Curry, one-on-one. Irving puts it up. It's good. Kyrie Irving from downtown.
We're sending it in, Jerome. That's for damn sure.
Yes. What is up, everybody? Welcome to Taproom Sports Podcast. I am your host, Jordan Stacks on Stacks. Lats, joined with my guy, Swervin' Irvin Washington. We will be joined by Big Ball and Ben Larson. He'll be joining us momentarily. He is driving back from being hungover at his engagement party, so excusable offense, but he'll be joining us shortly, so stay locked with us. We got a big show on deck, obviously, but before we get to that, I must tell you, for first purchase of $25 or more, that's craft beer delivered straight to your front door. You don't even have to leave your seat. With that being said, Irv, how you doing today? How you doing tonight? How's your weekend?
All right, can't complain. Weekend was cool. Could have been better if the No, I actually had a good weekend. Dodgers need to play a little better, but my team's looking good. I can't complain. I read one of the most fucked up tweets I've ever read in my life, though, today after the Lakers won.
Yep.
Yeah, they said last time a white boy shot this good in Memphis, we lost Dr. King.
Oh, shit. Yeah, man. Big game by massive game by Austin Reeves and Rui Hachimura, man. Got to tip your cap to those guys. Hell of a game. So, I mean, obviously the Nuggets and Wolves are still playing right now, but so far the 3 games that have been played today, all 3 road teams have won, which is pretty impressive.
Fire.
Giannis gets hurt.
That sucks.
Big blow to the Bucks. But it is what it is, man. That's what you guys got to move on. You got to next man up, and obviously Giannis is a lot of production that's tough to replace, but Bucks are gonna have to figure it out if he can't go another. He just shot incredible, man.
Shot the lights out.
Just gotta tip your cap to him sometimes, but yeah, man, a lot of stuff going on in the Major League Baseball world, which we're gonna definitely get to. We got NHL playoffs on deck starting tomorrow, Irv. So we're gonna get into series prices and little NHL playoff preview. I'm very excited. Last year, the NHL playoffs, in my opinion, were better than the NBA playoffs. So I'm very excited for the NHL playoffs to start.
Hands down.
If you're tuning into the show for the first time, or you don't really watch a ton of hockey, NHL playoffs is definitely a time to get involved in watching hockey, and it'll change your perspective on hockey. You know what I mean? Like, hockey's a great sport. Yeah, man, it is what it is, right, Irv? You love hockey.
Yeah, they're doing
Black ski over here.
Hockey is in. Oh shit, that's a terrible nickname.
Like, you gave it to yourself, bro.
No, I didn't. You and Ben said that damn name, Black Ski. I was like, y'all come up with something better than that. But
yeah, like when Gretzky.
Hockey's in a good space, man. They were smart with they new branding deal. They signed that deal with ESPN, man. So if you got ESPN Plus, you get to watch all the hockey you want. And the more hockey you watch, the more tendencies you pick up on these teams. And you can make a lot of money if you bet in hockey. If you understand the variance and how teams play on these back-to-backs, and that puck line could be massive. It could swing a lot for you. So
Facts.
But I don't advise betting too many puck lines in the playoffs because most of these teams are evenly matched. So
great point, dude. That's actually a great point.
Yeah, you're not going to see too many blowouts in these playoffs. You might see 1 or 2, but most of these series are going to be super competitive. This is the NHL this year broke the record for most teams with 100 points in the season this year.
So it's like top heavy is what you're saying.
Uh, no, because even the teams that made the playoffs that don't have a 100 point scored, if you check their records, they have winning records against these teams that had over 100 points. So
Interesting.
it don't come down to the goalies, honestly. That's what playoffs always
Yeah,
come down
playoffs,
to.
NHL playoffs always come down to goalies.
It always come down to the goalies. No matter how the offense is, how good the defense is playing, goalies got to stand on their heads in the playoffs to make for your team to have
Like I said, we'll definitely be hopping into the NHL playoffs later, but we're gonna get started with Major League Baseball. We had a lot go on this weekend. Obviously, we have baseball every day, so something. If you tap into the show, you're gonna be hearing a lot of baseball every week, going forward. But first thing I wanted to talk about was Domingo Germán on Saturday got checked for the kid, and they end up ejecting Rocco Baldelli.
Yeah, that was ass backwards.
But my thing, Irv, and kind of why I want to, and to be honest, like it wasn't part of the reason I wanted to talk about it. But then Garrett Cole went out today, pitched 9 innings shutout, and he has like a .45 ERA right now, and like a fucking 12 K per nine. And it's like we know what Garrett Cole did before the sticky stuff and what he did after, and now he's doing this again. Like, so 2-part question here. A, do you have an issue with the sticky stuff? And B, are you shocked it's with the Yankees?
Advantage that's if you gonna blame if hitters can use steroids, why can pitchers get away with using that sticky shit? And we've seen that their RPMs go up at least 400, 500 on certain pitches, and that makes a huge difference
Right.
to a batter, especially when you know that they're using this shit that's making their grip way more, making the ball spin way more. So even if you make good contact, the shit might be a pop up or a line drive right at somebody or just a fly ball to the outfield. So the sticky stuff, if they are letting pitchers slip through the cracks with that shit again, they need to crack down on it again, because if hitters can't use performance enhancing drugs, pitchers shouldn't be able to have an unfair advantage with that sticky tack and all that other shit they can use.
So I see where you're coming from, and last year I agreed with you, and I thought that they needed to do something with the sticky stuff because offense was at the lowest point in like 60 years last year, right? Like dudes couldn't hit, average was like 220. But now
stuff plus the shift, woo.
That's what I'm saying. But now with the shift being banned and stuff, I feel like I don't really care if pitchers use sticky stuff because like they don't have an edge at all anymore.
That's true, and they got the pitch clock now too, and that's really affecting a lot of these pitchers.
Yeah, so it's like now I feel like it's almost like we got to sorry. Using foreign substances. I mean, that's basically been going on for years in pitching, spitballs and whatever. Like anything they can do to gain an edge like they were doing. Batters do it, pitchers do it, everybody does it. So I in my opinion now, Irv, like I honestly don't care. I know every pitcher do it.
Yeah, I get where people coming from.
Because, like, pitchers are just there's the offense. It's like the pitchers don't have any sort of advantage anymore, other than they're the ones that know the pitch.
Yep.
And major league hitters are too good, dude.
Much that shit was helping out these jag-ass pitchers.
Yeah, and I think the biggest issue with the shift and everything, Irv, it is like, before people are always like, well, these are professional hitters. They should be able to hit to the opposite field. They should be able to do all this. It's like, bro, these pitchers are throwing fucking 98-mile-an-hour sinkers now, dude. It's not that easy to just dictate where you want the ball to go. There's very few guys that could do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's
this ain't little league, bro. This is the major leagues.
And if you barrel up a ball, and it's like there just happens to be 6 people on one side of the field, so you can't get a hit. It's like, dude, in my opinion, like that's a good. If you hit a ball 118 off the bat, and there just happens to be a fucking guy because you have fucking 6 outfielders because you know where the ball's gonna get hit. In my opinion, that's just like that's a disadvantage. There's rules in the NFL to like you can't have a certain amount of guys on the line of scrimmage. You can't have a certain amount of guys on one side of the ball. Like there's a reason why these rules exist. You know what I mean? And I feel like that's kind of like how the shift change has changed things, man. So I like the rule, but at some point, like we got to give the pitcher some kind of edge. So it's like if it's the sticky stuff, it's the sticky stuff. Like so be it. Let it be. You know,
I get it.
Just let every pitcher do it. Because they let Domingo Germán get away with it. They literally just said, wash your hands. And if Domingo Germán was doing it, I know the rest of the Yankees are doing it. It's just whether or not they're getting caught or not. So now
they're all in the same clubhouse, so
now you just gotta let everybody do it. So that was an interesting take. I was tweeting with a Yankees fan today when he tweeted out Garrett Cole in 9 innings. I was like, yeah, he's using the sticky stuff again for sure.
I know they was in their feelings, just like I had Nebraska fans trying to tell me why a USC spring game should be sold out on a Saturday in Los Angeles and it's 78 degrees and it's 12:30 p.m.
Yeah, no, that's insanity, bro. Face the Blue Jays, lose 2 out of 3 against the Blue Jays. They end up not getting swept. They win the matchup today with McClanahan on the mound against Alek Manoah. 2 things here, Irv. One, are the Rays a product of their schedule? You know, I know they faced the Tigers, the who else did they face? The Nationals?
Tigers,
Nationals,
the Nationals, and
the A's.
The A's, and I think didn't they play the Red Sox? Have they played the Red Sox? Yeah, they beat the shit out of the Red Sox too.
Yeah, they beat the shit out of the Red Sox. Are the Rays a product of their? Because we talked about this a little bit last week. We said like the Rays played bad teams, like, but you know, going 13-0 wasn't impressive.
Yeah, gotta give them their props. But now that they played a better pitching team and a better hitting team than what they faced, they came back down to earth a little bit. I'm not just gonna say, oh, it was just because they was playing trash ass teams, because those games with the Blue Jays was close. It's just 2 of their starters they had to replace 2 of their starters the first 2 games because one went down with an injury. I mean, they probably won't hit the way they've been hitting all season. They just can't regress back to what they was headed the last 2 months of last year and into the playoffs, because that was just downright terrible. But I think they're the real deal, man. But if these injuries keep mounting up with their pitchers, then they could have some problems. But I think they're gonna be good. Do I still think they win that division? Yeah, because that pitching, man. If that pitching is anywhere near 100%, if they take a lead into the 5th, 6th inning and it's by more than 1 run, you can pretty much nail the door. So that bullpen is no joke. So
bullpen's good.
And they started pitching is good too. So if they average 5, 6 runs a game, shit, they could be up there with the Dodgers of these last couple of years, winning some better pitching. And Alex Manoah, man, I don't know what's up with him, bro, but he's probably becoming a right-handed CC Sabathia. Boy, gotta lose some weight, man.
That was gonna be my next follow-up. Is like, are we concerned about Alek Manoah? Because you know Manoah he was lights out last year, dude. He was one of the best pitchers in the league. He did go through a little bit of a slump in the middle of the year, but he really bounced back. Ended the season with a 2.24 ERA, 3.97 xFIP. This year we're seeing total regression: 4.91 ERA, 6.63 xFIP. Last year we only walked 2 batters per 9 innings. This year Irvy's walking almost 9 batters per 9 innings.
Yeah, see, so Kevin Gausman has reverted back to Kevin Gausman, and Alex Manoah has become Kevin Gausman last year. So, but I think, like you said, dude just got to get in better shape, because it's just his control is all over the place. And when he does throw the ball in the zone, people are sitting on that fastball, and this shit is getting whacked.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, today he couldn't throw anything for a strike, and then
he walked like 5 or 6 batters.
He did, and he managed to he grinded through like 5 innings, and then in the 6th inning it just all imploded. He gave up a 3-run home run, and then it was just lights out after that, and they obviously pulled him. But yeah, he's not the same dude. And like we talked about it last year on one of the shows, I was like, bro, like he looks out of shape to me, and like, is that an issue going forward? You know what I mean? Because I forget who the pitcher was, dude, but there was a pitcher that was like on the heavier side and he lost weight and he talked about like how losing weight was so beneficial for him for the long term of an entire MLB season.
Bartolo Colon.
Might have been Bartolo. I can't remember the.
Yeah, because I remember he was all right, but then he got too big and he started being mediocre and he lost a lot of weight. He was pitching for the Mets and he was doing
might have been Bartolo. That might have been who it was.
He was doing pretty damn good. Then he gained the weight back and went back to being what's that Pokemon? He went back to being him on the mound.
Charizard,
Snorlax.
Yeah. Hey, I heard Bartolo Colon used to fucking kill a whole large pizza to himself, dude.
Damn,
Wouldn't surprise me.
Hey, he could hit though. He hit some balls during his career.
Yeah, he's a special dude, man.
Yeah, if Alex Manoah don't get it together, man, he out there looking like the big ass monster from what's the name from Ghostbusters.
Well, the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man.
Yeah, the Marshmallow Man.
Yeah, I mean, in Manoah's like a big part of what the Blue Jays do because he's supposed to be the ace. You know what I mean? And like the fact that Kevin Gausman has bounced back to being the Kevin Gausman he was the year before, it's like now you're supposed to have two aces, but now you got Manoah who like you can't even rely on. Like he hasn't had a single good start yet. You know what I mean? And it's like it's tough, bro. And Chris Bassett hasn't been great, but he had a good bounce back start in his last start against the Rays, ended up winning the game. So
I'd say a better start. I don't think it was all that great though.
He won. He did enough to win.
Very true. Very true. Like a win's a win, definitely. But I wouldn't go out and say that was the Bassett that we're going to see eventually.
Yeah, I mean, but I think we all, you know, when we did the preview show, we were all kind of in agreement that Chris Bassett's a great like 3, 4, 5 starter. He's not an ace. Yeah. You know what I mean? True. So you're not. Yeah. You just want him to eat innings and give your ball club a chance to win a game, and that's what he did last game against the Rays too, the best team in baseball. Welcome to the show, Ben. Straight from his engagement party.
A 3-hour drive home. Yeah.
What are you sipping on there?
So I've got a revision.
The hair of the dog.
It's called Snarf Snarf.
Nice.
So 8%. It's a double IPA. So.
Oh shit! That's a double hair of the dog. Huh?
It's a thickie. Yeah. A lot of beer, a lot of vodka yesterday. So.
I like it.
It was a little rough. So Jordan decided he was too cool for school to go to the party. So.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Trust me, I would be there if I could, man.
Yeah. How you guys doing, by the way?
Doing good, man.
Good.
Doing good. We were just talking before you came on. We were talking about the Domingo Germán sticky stuff situation from yesterday, and we kind of parlayed it into Garrett Cole pitching really well, went 9 innings today. Like, obviously they're on the same staff. We know the history with Garrett Cole and the sticky stuff. Yeah. But with the new offensive rules, do we even care if pitchers are using sticky stuff? Because they have no advantage now.
I mean, yeah, I think we do, because with the sticky stuff, the advantage goes back into their court, and it has moved. It will sway back to being a pitcher's game. It doesn't matter how much time that they have to set up; it's going to be a pitcher's game. So I think it does. I think with the rule being right now that it's not allowed, that we have to, utilize that and get the offense back up to being elite before we move to that defense kind of slowing it down a little bit.
So what Irv and I were saying is that we kind of agreed on this. And now the offense has all these edges. There's no shift allowed, right? Which we all agree is a great rule.
Yeah.
The pitch clock, the larger bases, everything. And the pitchers have zero edge. Their only edge is that they know what pitches they're going to throw, and the batter doesn't, right? And up till last year, I mean, pitchers have been using substances on their hands forever, like whether it's spitballs or
sunscreen.
So yeah, any advantage they can get. And then now it's like they can't get any advantage, and now they have zero edge, and the hitters have all the edge.
Then then let's come up with a substance that is approved. That
Well, I mean,
doesn't
pine
get
tar is
stuck and stick to a catcher's chest piece when he blocks a ball. Let's let's not get to a point where a pitcher can't unstick his fingers together.
But you do
and
agree
has
that
to
the
call.
pitchers deserve to have some kind of edge as well, right?
Sure, let's get them a substance, but we got to make that a hard fast rule. We can't have, and I know you guys probably already talked about this. We can't have an ump checking all pitchers' hands for sticky substances, and in one game they tell him to go wash it off, and in another game they eject him.
Yep.
I think MLB needs to come in and step in on this and give him a suspension for a start that he would have. And because he was allowed to continue to pitch.
You're right in the sense that it's like if you let one guy do it, you have to let everybody do it.
Exactly.
You know, so if you're gonna let Domingo Germán do it, then you gotta let the rest of the Yankees pitching staff probably doing it because they're all in the same pitching staff. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And
it's like, oh, he's getting away with it. Like this is how we do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like we saw last year in the playoffs with Joe Musgrove, right? And Buck Showalter asked them to go check on it, whatever. Like they're gonna try and gain an edge. It's a great rule.
Yep.
Because there's no reason why a batter should be hitting 120-mile-an-hour barrel hit and it gets fucking line drive right to a fucking sixth outfielder because they're aligned that way, dude. You know what I mean? Like that's just stupid.
Yep, 100% agree.
But so we kind of all agree that like okay, we don't mind it, but just let everybody do it. You got to be fair.
Yeah,
gotta be fair.
And we can't go over that line. Yeah. I think you have to set a line and let that line be, where it goes.
Because I'm interested to see like if pitching from here on out, because I know other teams watched what happened with Domingo Germán, right?
Yep.
Now I'm interested to see if other ball clubs are going to be like, well, they just told him to wash his hands, so we're going to do it too. To his first good team they faced. Do we think that the Rays are a product of their schedule? Do we think they're legit? Obviously, they're losing Jeffrey Springs probably for the year. He's got Tommy. He's probably going to be out with Tommy John surgery. They haven't announced it fully yet, but they said it was an elbow issue, which is a huge blow.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on the Rays after this weekend, Ben?
I'm still thinking that they're a legit team. I mean, you don't go, what was it, 12-0, and even against
13-0,
subpar 13-0, even against subpar teams, you just don't do it. We know that these are professional ball players. They're likely going to win 2 of 3 in a series, but to win 4 straight series, 3 being 3 games and 1 being a 4-gamer, like that's elite level baseball. I was surprised that they went 4-0 on the Red Sox, but I would have guessed with the way that the Blue Jays are playing that they would have taken 2 of 3 against the Blue Jays, but they shellacked them today. So I think they're still a legit contender team. It's going to be interesting to see when they play the Blue Jays next, when they play the Yankees, when they play, who else is the top of their division here?
The Orioles.
Yeah. The Orioles are putting up runs, but defensively they haven't been all that great. So at least I know Orioles, I said that.
They may have figured it out.
Yeah. Still allowing 87 runs, which is a lot.
Yeah, but
nothing like the Oakland A's, but it's a lot.
Yeah, but their bullpen has been much better. And like today, they gave up 6 runs, and 4 of them were from
much of and then from there you've got Chicago and Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh's cooled off a little bit.
Houston's struggling.
What's that?
Houston's struggling.
Yeah, Houston's struggling too. So it's gonna be what Urquidy, Garcia, and Brown likely. So they do play Dylan Cease twice in the next 10 days. So
Yeah, but the White Sox bullpen is so bad, bro.
It is. It is.
Unless Dylan Cease goes a complete game, you just cannot. You just can't bank on anything, dude.
Just bet they overs because even if a game is 1-2 in the bottom of the eighth, the next inning it could be 11-1.
Yep.
Bro, that bullpen is so bad, bro.
Or 9-1.
They gave up 8 unanswered runs. The bullpen did today against the Orioles. 8 unanswered.
That's horrible.
They're just
Chicago has allowed the second most runs in the league,
and it's probably all their bullpen, dude.
Yeah.
Other than Lance Lynn. Lance Lynn has been atrocious too.
Crazy thing is they're only minus 23.
And guess who's on the hunt tomorrow? Lance Lynn.
Yeah.
Looks like an over kind of day to me,
Dude,
versus Zach Wheeler.
Oakland A is allowing 125 runs.
Yeah, they suck, dude.
Jesus.
We're aware, Ben. They gave up like fucking 20 runs the other day to the fucking Mets.
I haven't seen that number yet. Like,
who's gonna be the number 1 draft pick for y'all, Jordan?
I don't even think they're eligible for the number 1 pick because of that new rule with Major League Baseball, where it's like if you lose if you're like eligible for the number 1 pick one year, you're like can't be eligible for it the next year.
What type of dumbass rule is that?
So they're trying to eliminate
tank.
tanking. Yeah.
Oh, okay, makes sense. Well, Kyler's coming to play for y'all in 2024, so
that's true. Yeah,
y'all gonna win the division when he comes.
that's still not
Good show, bro. John Fisher got to sell that fucking team.
They got to sell the team and move to Vegas, and they gonna be dominant when they move to Vegas.
Probably.
It's gonna take a couple years still, though.
It is, I know, but they're gonna have more success than sorry ass Raiders. So shout out to the Athletics.
That's true.
Probably.
He ain't lying.
They always got to catch a stray. Fuck the Raiders.
All right, should we talk some NHL playoffs?
NHL.
Should we do our top 5, or should we?
You
saving that for later.
You got your top 5?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let's do our top 5. Ben, let's start us off.
Okay.
5-1.
So coming in at 5, we're way up the division, which they need to step things up on the road. 4 and 5, but they have played a lot more difficult teams on the road. So I'm really impressed with them, which moves me to my number 4, which is the same thing. A young team, great win percentage coming in at 9 and win percentage potential there. That gives me to number 3. We're going to go with the Milwaukee Brewers, plus 28. Their run differential still continues to go up and up and up, which again, just absolutely surprises me because they're known for their pitching, but their bats are actually working this year. I think we're going to go Atlanta Braves at number 2, 6-game win streak, 8-1 away, which is a hell of a good record on the road. It's going to help them out in the long run because they're getting their road games out, out of the way, up in the beginning part of the season, and they're winning plus 24 run differential, and 6-game win streak is big right now. And then Tampa Bay, we're going to keep at number 1 until they have a bad series. 14-2, 10-0 at home. You got to win your home games, and a plus 72 run differential, which is huge.
Nice. Irv, what's your top 5 look like?
I got the Rangers at number 5.
That's weak.
I got the Diamondbacks, real potential for me. And surprise. Everybody knows I can't stand this damn team, but I gotta give them some props. I got the New York Skankies, aka Yankees, at number 3. And then I'll go Tampa Bay at 2 and the Braves at number 1.
Interesting. All right. So number 5, I'm going I have a 2-way tie for number 5. I have the Blue Jays and the Twins there. Twins number 1 ERA in all of baseball, so I got to put them up there. And the Blue Jays, I was very high on to begin the year. So the fact they're playing good baseball, just took 2 or 3 from the Rays. I got to put them top 5. Number 4, I got the Yankees. Number 3, I got the Brewers. Number 2, I'm putting the Braves there. Reason why I can't go higher is because they did lose 3 or 4 to the Padres, and then they just beat 2 very bad teams. So if we put bad teams against the Rays, we got to put it against the Braves as well. And then number 1, I have the Rays still. They still have the best record in baseball. Top 2 in hitting, WRC plus, top 2 in pitching. So until further notice, they're going to be number one. But I'm telling you right now, the Rays are their offensive regression is here. We've seen it this weekend. It is coming more so.
As he says that earlier, and then they score 8 runs, right?
Yeah, I mean Manoah walked fucking. They had bases loaded, 0 outs, Ben, and it looked like for a minute they were only going to get 1 run. They struck out twice in a row. It's like, dude, that's bad.
Yeah, I mean, I think they're going to stay at the top for at least the month of April.
Man, the Guardians are looking terrible, bro.
Yeah,
the Guardians can't hit still, dude.
Yeah,
they have the same issues last year, bro. Like, they struggled to fucking hit, man. They signed Josh Bell. That dude's hitting like 174. Oscar Gonzalez hitting 189.
Damn, he below the Mason-Dixon line. That's all bad.
It's all bad, man. All right, let's move on to some NHL playoffs, y'all. All right, so I want to talk like little NHL preview, series prices, etc. So we'll go series by series. Let's start out Maple Leafs, Lightning. Right now, the Toronto Maple Leafs -155 to win the series. Tampa Bay +135. What y'all got?
Lightning. The Toronto Maple Leafs just have a curse in the first round. They cannot get over that hump. They are the better team, no question about that. But you got to look at experience. You got to look at at history, recent history, and extended history, and Tampa Bay.
Oh, there you go.
40 goals on the Maple Leafs.
All right, Irv, what's your thoughts on that one?
Yeah, it's just I want the Maple Leafs to win so bad because I can't stand the Tampa Bay Lightning. I can't stand the Tampa Bay Redskins. If they got an XFL or a USFL team, I can't stand them either. Yeah, but like Ben said, the Maple Leafs are the better team. They are the deeper team, but for some reason in the playoffs, it cannot beat the Tampa Bay Lightning.
Yep.
So hopefully that changes this year, because if it don't, I think they got to blow that team up and make some major changes and retool, revamp or retool, not a rebuild. But yeah, if Maple Leafs don't win this series, pack their ass up, and it's time to make some trades and bring in some better. They got good players. They might have had to make some trades, bring in some different players, and do something like that. Because they got to get out the first round.
It's not working. Yeah,
I think this is the year the Leafs get out of the first round.
I hope so. I'm with you. I'm not betting it, but my heart is with you. The city of Toronto.
I think
it's definitely a different team, a deeper team, and Tampa Bay is not the team that they used to be. But it's like, you got to prove me wrong at this point.
Agreed.
And they still got Vasilevsky too, so that's the ultimate wild card. So
yeah,
yep. And that's the problem with the Leafs, dude. Is like we know they can put the puck in the net, dude. Just can they stop it from going in the back of the net?
Yep.
It's always been their issue. All right. I like the Leafs. You guys like the Lightning. Although I wouldn't mind seeing the Lightning. You guys make valid points.
I'm so done with the Lightning. Even though they didn't win it last year, I'm just their hockey dominance needs to end.
All right. City deserves nothing good. They need to trade McClanahan. They need to trade Wander Franco. Abolish Tampa sports.
So trade everyone, get rid of everybody. All right, next series, Bruins versus the Panthers. Bruins heavy favorite, -320 to win this series. Panthers +250. What do you guys think?
This is gonna be go ahead, Ben. You go first.
No, I want to hear from you.
It's gonna be Rock'em Sock'em Robots. In this series, it's gonna be a lot of goals scored. I'll predict it, because for some reason the Panthers can score with the best of them, but they can't stop a fucking nosebleed. So they're gonna be playing from behind a lot. They might jump out to a lead, but I don't see them holding it for too long, because I don't know what it is with them. Just some reason they defense is just not good, and that's not gonna hold up against a team like Boston, who could come at you for a line. This series might get ugly. It could be a gentleman's sweep. It could be a sweep. I don't see it going 6 games.
Yeah, I think Boston definitely takes this. They're the more elite team, but I'm just surprised that we saw a series, split so over the year. Panthers won 2 games, Bruins won 2, and I think we can go over in every single game because of those games. You had Bruins first game, Bruins won 5-3, Panthers won 5-2, Bruins won 7-3, and then Panthers won 4-3.
So they split the season series.
What's that?
They split the season series.
Yeah, they split the season series. I think we can go, bet the over for every single game. And I do see this one going, probably at least 6 games.
Wow. Okay.
I can go, I'd probably say 4-2 Boston. But it's going to be a dogfight. It definitely is. Okay. Maybe 5 games, 4-1.
I've been joking all year. I was like, man, watch the wins. I just don't think it happens in the first round.
Yeah.
Although, the more I look at it, the more I wouldn't honestly be shocked because the Panthers can score, know. And so if they can get any sort of goaltending, like let's just say we've seen it before, a goaltender just stands on his head, has a remarkable postseason run. Same thing happens here. But
you're absolutely right.
I like the 2 games, and they could maybe push this to a 7-game series.
Yeah, it's possible. Yeah. It depends on how well they play defense. And only other team I've seen get caught more in line changes than them is the Maple Leafs. And if they do that this series, you bet it's gonna get ugly. And they give up a lot of shorthanded goals too. So
that's not good.
The Panthers got to play better defense, man, because they can score with anybody. If they play any type of defense, they can beat anybody. But are they going to play defense?
Yeah. Well, and that's the crazy thing is both these teams' power plays are great. Boston 22.2, Florida 22.8. But the penalty kill is the horriblest thing. You've got Boston who's 87.3, and then you have Florida at 75.9.
That's
so
nasty.
It's ridiculous, and Florida takes a lot more penalties. So play on the head, like Jordan was talking about.
Yep, makes sense. All right, let's move on to the next series. Carolina Hurricanes versus New York Islanders. Carolina -205, Islanders +165. I'm gonna go pee real quick, so y'all talk about this real fast.
Yeah, this shouldn't be a long series, but the Devils are gonna make it one. That's what I fear, because as good as they are.
No, we're doing Carolina and New York, right?
I think he said Islanders and New Jersey.
No, Islanders are playing Hurricanes.
Oh shit! I thought it was playing Devils. Oh well. Oh man, the Hurricanes.
This changes everything.
Yeah, the Hurricanes.
Sorry.
Oh no. They are Hercules on steroids at home, but on the road, they're Jack and Jill went up the hill. He kept falling down.
Yeah.
So this series is going to come down to, can the Hurricanes steal a game on the road? Because if not, this will be a 7-game series.
Yeah. And I think this is one that, I mean, looking at this, Hurricanes won 3-1 during the year, but their last game, which was April 2nd, was a 2-1 game. And I think that's where these defenses stand now, is that this is a very, these teams can score, which is why we saw a 6-2 and a 5-2 win throughout the year, but their defenses are that upper echelon of defenses. So I think we're going to see a lot of 2-1, a lot of 3-0s, maybe a 4-1 game here. I'd go under on every single game. Just other series I'd go over every game. This is one of those ones where you have 2 elite defenses. I would go under every game.
Yeah, and they don't take a lot of penalties either. So
and complete opposite on the penalties too. You've got the power play percentage is 15.8 and 19.8, and then the penalty kill is 82.2 and 84.4. Like, these are 2 elite defensive teams. So go under.
I feel like the Hurricanes way too good at home. So if they have home ice advantage, I feel like we got to take them.
Yeah.
They don't lose at home very often. Surprisingly, the Islanders have beat them at home once this year, but that was back in October. So
Yeah, the like I said, the Hurricanes or Hercules on steroids on Balco at home, but on the road they're Jack and Jill.
Yeah.
yep.
But like you said too, or they just got to squeak one out on the road.
Yes, that's
Damn.
All right, who we got next?
Sorry, someone just texted me. Doc just texted me the Earthquakes wore San Jose Ultras warm ups, which is like their fan group, the Ultras. I used to have season tickets to the Quakes back in the day, part of the Ultras, and it was so seeing that was pretty cool. Anyways, sorry. Next series we got is the Devils versus the Rangers. Devils -120, Rangers plus Pick'em plus 100. What do you guys think about this one? You already know where I'm going with this one.
It's gonna be a hell of a series.
gonna be. I hope this series goes 7 games. I'm not gonna pick a winner because I honestly don't know who's gonna win this series. Rangers have got home court advantage, but the Rangers are good on the road though. So
Home ice, it ain't no fucking field, bro.
oh man, I don't know. This is a close series, so I just gotta lean with the team that has home court advantage. Unless the Rangers can steal game 1, then I'll completely change how I feel about the series. But I think this one's going 7 games for sure.
Benjamin?
I 100% agree. 7 games. I'm going to lean New Jersey. I think getting that additional firepower at the trade deadline and Timo Meyer, who has been day-to-day, but will play for the playoffs. I think he's the game changer. And, his day-to-day is food poisoning. So, he's the game changer in this series. And, even playing on the shitty Sharks and then coming over still had 66 points, 40 goals, 26 assists.
I'm going Rangers.
I wonder why.
I think they're more experienced. I think that's a huge plus. They went to the Eastern Conference Finals last year. I also think they have the best goaltender in this series. And ultimately, I think that is going to be the difference in such a close series. I will take the better goaltender in Igor Shesterkin. So give me the Rangers plus 100. I have already made this bet. I like it. I like the Rangers to win the series, man. And I agree, it's probably going to go 7. It's going 6 or 7. I just think, like I said, the Rangers have too much experience, and they have the best goaltender on the ice. The Devils' time is coming. It's not this year.
Do they have a better goaltender?
I think so. We've seen what Igor can do in the playoffs. I don't care what happened in the regular season this year.
Yeah.
Igor, in my opinion, is the second best goalie in hockey.
It's hard to replicate a strong year.
It might be
in the playoffs. So
you might be right, but
it's going to be interesting.
Give me the Rangers. All right, let's move over to the Western Conference. Avalanche versus Kraken. Avalanche -260, Kraken plus 210. Do the Kraken have a chance here, fellas?
No.
Is my future dead?
Yes, your future is dead.
God
I
damn
don't
it.
think so. They play great on the road, but for some reason they just not good at home. And to beat a team like Avalanche, who's getting healthy, and they are the defending champs, yeah, you got to beat the champs to show me. Yeah, they're the champs till proven otherwise. I don't think the Kraken is a team that can beat them, and the Avalanche are a bad matchup for the Kraken.
I mean, the Avalanche are probably a bad matchup for everybody, but
no, just they're bad. They're a bad matchup for the Kraken.
What do you think, Benjamin?
I know the Kraken took the series during the regular season, but it's a whole different beast that they haven't known. I can see Seattle winning the first game in Seattle because it's going to be so electric. Their first playoff game in Seattle ever. So I can see them taking that game. but that's probably the only game that they'll win. I think this is a 4-1.
Can I stop you real quick,
4-1.
Ben?
Yeah.
So I didn't talk about my beer, but this beer right here.
Ooh, Fremont, huh?
It's the Kush. Bro, this might be the greatest IPA I've ever had in my life.
Huh. Okay. Send me a picture of that because we get Fremont Brewery all the time down here.
It literally tastes like I'm fucking taking a bong rip.
There we go.
Like literally, this is some of the best shit I've ever had in my entire life. Without a doubt. This might be the greatest IPA to ever. Ben, this is so good, dude.
Dirty lips. But
this is such a delicious IPA. Oh my god, dude.
Send me a picture of that really quick. I'm gonna keep an eye out for it.
So that's your first 5?
My first 5 what?
5 out of 5.
No, he's had a couple 5 out of 5s before.
Yeah.
But it sounds like he's gonna add one more to the list.
Yeah, this is so my favorite beer of all time is Pliny the Elder, which is a double IPA. And to be honest, that has more to do with nostalgia, right, Ben? That was probably the first best beer we probably ever had.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's a delicious beer. But dude, this beer, like, oh my god. It literally, like, when I was talking to the bartender, the brew, there's a lot of dank IPAs out there that have like hemp and shit in it, and it doesn't taste like it, right?
Mm.
He's like, bro, this shit literally tastes like it. He's like, it's one of the best beers I've ever had. And I was like, yeah, you're probably fucking pulling my tail, dog, whatever. But nah, he was not joking, dude. Anyway, sorry, I'm sorry. Well, back to hockey. So y'all both like Colorado. I'm gonna take the Kraken just off the hopes of my future living another series, dude. But yeah, I think it's cooked, dude. In the playoff matchups. Remember we were talking about it last week. I was like, bro, hopefully the Kings get the fucking Avs and the Kraken squeak by, but that's not how it fell.
Yep.
But unfortunately for the Kings, Irv, moving on to them, they got to face probably the hottest team in all of hockey in the Edmonton Oilers. Edmonton minus 250 to win the series. Kings plus 200. Irv, is the Kings fan, tell us, what do you think about this series here?
Unfortunately, we're playing a team that I didn't want us to play in the first round at all under any circumstances. And I think in their last 10 are like 9-0-1 or some shit, or 8-0, and I think they won 9 out of their last 10. And this team can score damn near 10 goals a game if they wanted to, if they had opportunity. We got to
who's 9 out of their last 10?
It wasn't the Oilers. It was 9 out of their last 10, right?
Oh yeah, but they played shit teams. Let's be real.
That's true too. They did play.
They're hot though, bro.
Yeah, that's.
And then they play Chicago.
Yeah, but the thing is like there's nothing. Yeah. We were talking about this to start the show, Ben. If you look at today in the NBA, all the teams that rested guys the last week,
a few games, but they had 2 against the Sharks, 2 against the Ducks. Like, they did beat the Avs 2-1, but the Avs weren't playing for anything. They beat the Golden Knights 7-4 in a fucking shit show.
But they're also lost the Oilers are also the best team since All-Star break.
Yeah. It's gonna be another oil spill. They're the same thing as fucking
Ben hates
Toronto.
the Oilers, bro.
I think they win because the Kings have to take chances offensively to keep up with this team, and we're gonna open ourselves up on defense, and they might take advantage of that. If they do, then they probably win in 6 games. I got to go in 6 or 7 games, but I just think the Oilers are flying high. Now, if Jack Campbell reverts back to the Campbell that we know, then I think the Kings win, but dude has been playing a lot better hockey. I don't know, this is just a bad matchup for my Kings, man. We don't have the firepower right now to keep up with a team. I'm not saying anybody does, but we just don't have. We're just not an offensive dominant team like that to keep up with this Oilers team. So I would love to see my team win, but I got to be a realist at the end of the day. I think Edmonton probably wins this one in 6 or 7.
Blacksky calling for the Oilers.
They're close in firepower with Edmonton there.
Ben,
the
fuck
half
out of here, dog. What do you do? I don't even watch hockey like both of you guys do, and I know the Oilers have way more firepower. The Oilers probably are the 3 best players in the series on their team.
They're all on one line though. That's the problem.
It doesn't, dude. They're still the 3
It
best
does
players
matter.
in the series.
Okay, so let's look at this goals play, and Edmonton is 3.94. The Kings won 3-1 and 6-3 in their 2 games that they won. The Oilers won 2-0, 3-1. The Kings have more goals in the games played against Edmonton this year than Edmonton did.
And
so
Edmonton
is stacked on their top line,
and they got the best, and they got the best player in the world.
At this moment, yes. But what has he done in the playoffs?
I don't care, dude.
Nothing.
It's only a matter of time.
It's Wikipedia page where it's the top oil spill of 2023.
Nah, give me the Oilers, dude. The Oilers are gonna win the Stanley Cup. By the way, I'm picking them to win the Stanley Cup.
You're fucking high, Jesus.
I'm not high. I haven't smoked.
Maybe there was something in that beer because that's. I hope you didn't take that future too, because you're just throwing away money with your Seattle and Edmonton pick.
Less now. You can't get them at 44-1 now. So technically, I made a good bet. I have good odds. You're talking to a guy that just hit Matt Fitzpatrick to win the RBC at 33-1 today.
You know nothing about golf, so.
No, I know a lot about golf. That's why I almost hit Brooks Koepka at 9,900-1 last week.
Sheesh.
Finished second place, and I hedged and ended up winning
after a fucking another oil spill of the year.
Well, I mean, dude, he was plus 9,900, dude. I'm telling you, golf is a very profitable sport if you follow analysis by golf course, by golfer, strokes to gain, by putting, approach, driving. It's crazy, bro. I'm getting way more into golf this year. Last year I dabbled in it. This year I'm getting very involved, and it's been very profitable this year. But the Oilers are going to win the Stanley Cup, Ben.
Can't wait for the Wikipedia. No, they're not. I can't wait for the Wikipedia
All
page.
right, so let's make a bet right now. Oilers win the Stanley Cup. Ben, what do you got to do something, dog? Because I mean, the Oilers are like, what are they right now, Irv? Like plus.
I'll buy you a McJesus jersey.
Nah, that's not good enough. Irv, what are they right now? Like plus 1,100?
Let's see.
Are they 10-1, 11-1? I got to be around there.
The Edmonton Oilers are at plus 800 only. Damn,
only 8-1?
Mm-hmm.
Damn, the market agrees with me, Ben.
Carolina is plus 12. New York Rangers are plus 12. The Vegas Golden Knights are plus 1,200.
Damn, the Knights are even worse odds, dude.
Damn, the Kings are plus 3,000.
Who has better odds than the Oilers, Irv? Worse odds. Like, so obviously Colorado's probably what, plus 600?
That's all for
and Ben's telling me that I'm crazy for taking the Oilers to win those Stanley Cup.
Yep. Hot streak against shit teams.
Rounded out the top 5. You got the Maple Leafs at 900 plus 900.
9-1?
And the New Jersey Devils are plus 1,100.
All right, so Ben, let's do this. Oilers win the Stanley Cup. You got to do the one chip challenge.
Okay.
Live on air.
Okay.
Man, bro, the one chip challenge. I heard that shit is brutal.
Oh yeah.
I've seen Ben eat Carolina Reaper sauce before.
Yep.
Oh no, man.
Yeah, that shit was fucking brutal.
I'm
lactose intolerant, and I had to fucking drink milk after that one.
Oh, no.
That made my butthole even more worse.
Yeah.
The fucking lady was like, The guy put a drop on my
Just
my
a
spoon
drop,
and
Irv. A drop, dude.
a
Like,
drop,
a drop.
bro, and I was fucking
I don't
dead.
do that type of shit.
And the lady who made it was like, "You took the whole thing?" Like, oh fuck. The second she said that, I knew I was done for.
Damn.
All right. So, Oilers win the Stanley Cup, man. You're gonna do one chip challenge.
Mm-hmm.
Oilers don't win the Stanley Cup because I mean the odds are in your favor. Obviously, you get the field. I will. What? I'll shotgun a Porter.
Okay,
Is that
I'm
fair?
done with that. That works for me.
All right. I like it. I would say I would do the one chip challenge too, but that's no. Nah. And I
Bro,
can't.
Deontay Wilder did that challenge, and he's 6'6", 200 and some pounds. That man was sweating like he just ran the Boston Marathon after he ate that chip.
Oh,
It don't
absolutely.
matter.
That shit's
Ben
fucking
can handle
hot.
heat though.
What's that?
I said you could handle heat.
Oh yeah.
You just couldn't handle that. I'm telling you, when he did this Carolina Reaper size, thought it was the funniest shit I've ever seen in my life, dude.
Jesus.
Nah, fuck that, bro. I heard this one dude. He had a YouTube page. This dumb motherfucker took a bong rip of a Carolina Reaper.
What?
He had to rush to the
What
hospital.
fuck? What
Yeah,
do you
go
mean?
straight
He
to
like
your lungs. Jesus
Bruh,
Christ.
he took I thought that video was fake until somebody sent it to me and I watched it.
hold on, so he put a fucking Carolina Reaper in a bong and hit it.
Bro, I'm gonna see y'all the video. I don't know what this dude was thinking, bro.
Dude, let's put some fucking capsaicin straight into our lungs.
That's stupid. All right, let's move on to the next series. We got the Knights versus the Winnipeg Jets. Knights minus 170, Jets plus 140. What do you guys think about this one?
I mean, I'm okay with either of these teams losing.
Well,
They're
yeah,
both
but
gonna
who do you
lose
think's
that
gonna
whole
win?
thing. I think my hatred towards how I'm looking at this series.
Jesus Christ, man. Irv, what do you think? Blacksky?
I don't know. I gotta go with Vegas, man.
I agree. I'm with Vegas too. I'm
They're
going with
my
the
dark
hometown
horse to
team.
win it all, honestly.
I don't think that's a bad play, bro. I think that's a fair play.
Jonathan Quick is not going to be your answer there.
And as a Vegas resident, I would like to see the Knights
He
win.
does take it to another level in the postseason.
We'll see.
He took it to another level in the postseason once.
Twice. They won 2 Stanley Cups, man.
Yeah, I know.
And he
How good goaltending, bro.
Yeah, but he won them the series.
He won
And one
one.
of them.
He literally won a Stanley Cup
Yeah,
for sure. But
The
I mean, he was
other
still
was
good
a-
enough for them to win a Stanley Cup.
yeah, yes.
All right, next series: Dallas Stars minus 140, Minnesota Wild plus 120. I think we're gonna be pretty split here.
You know,
I know y'all not gonna believe this, but this is gonna be a low scoring drag 'em out type of series. If for
Yep.
some reason,
I'm going with
Minnesota's
the Wild.
banged
bro.
up, and I think that's going to be the big thing. And Dallas scores a lot of goals.
I'm going with the Wild, just because the Stars fucking annoy me.
Why did the Stars annoy you? What about the Stars annoy
Just
you?
every time I bet on them, they lose.
and I didn't like them highlighted green ass uniforms either.
Yeah,
those are
ugly
the
as
worst.
fuck,
Those
too.
are the worst unis in the NHL. I will not disagree with you whatsoever.
And this is revenge for
dude.
Minnesota, dude. This is revenge for the North Stars right here. This is where they get their revenge.
Mm.
Let's go Wild. Take this series. Let's get it. Let's
Too
go.
many injuries. Too many lagging injuries that
Yeah,
are
they got a lot of injuries, man.
are gonna show up later in the series.
And they didn't end the year off good either.
No, because of those injuries, but I don't care, dude. It's revenge for the North Stars.
I do think Krill.
It's revenge for
Kaprizov
Gordon
is my-
Bombay.
Krill Kaprizov is my favorite NHLer right now.
Yeah, you like mids.
Krill's in his second year and he's fucking tearing it up.
My favorite player is Connor McDavid. He's the best player in the
And you
world.
know who got a lot of
Fucking-
talent, but they can't do shit
Chuck.
with it? Damn.
I mean, he's the best player in the world. Am I wrong?
The Coyotes got a lot of talent, man. They just can't do shit with it.
Connor Bedard's gonna be my favorite player when he's wearing fucking teal next year.
He's not going to do it until y'all fuck that off.
I think Irv's kind of right on that, but
he's going to be either Chicago or the Ducks.
Go fuck yourself.
I'm just letting you know.
Yeah, and with Toes leaving Chicago, I think that makes it even more.
Can we just have some positive energy one time?
Nah, because every time I mention Shohei going to the Dodgers, you shoot it down. So y'all,
I only shoot it down because Irv, you're like 100% sure. You're like, yo, we're getting Shohei next year. Blah,
yeah,
blah,
because there's no other reason to think we're not getting Shohei.
Y'all so ass, bro. Like
he also thought they were getting Arson Judge. So we signed Arson.
Arson Judge ain't Shohei, so Shohei's coming to LA.
We signed Arson.
He's staying in LA and he's driving 50 minutes up to 5.
No, right. I think Jordan is wearing the hat, and it's going to be a 55-minute flight to the Seattle.
He's not going.
That's a 2.5 hour flight, by the way.
I know.
Ichiro, who cares? Ichiro was only a legend when he was a legend. Ohtani already.
I think the Cubs are a sneaky destination, though, bro.
Who wants to go to cold ass Chicago with their terrible food?
Yeah, but you live in Chicago in the summer. Chicago's beautiful in the summer.
No, it's not.
I mean, I've never been to Chicago in the
summer.
Not
better than LA in the summer.
Well, I mean, all right, dude.
You know what's better than LA in the summer?
The Bay summer, to be honest.
nothing better than Los Angeles.
That's California. A lie, dude. I've lived in all 3. Seattle is definitely the best in the summer.
Ain't nothing better than LA in the summertime. You just got to stay out of South Central and you don't know where you at. But ain't nothing better than LA in the summertime. The beaches, Hollywood.
Irv, you're tripping, bro. Like, dude, the Bay is like 70 degrees in the summer, dude. Like, you can't beat that.
Man.
And Seattle's like 80, and it's like Seattle's just beautiful. The
Bay is the most overrated place in California.
Oh my god, dude. We're not doing this, dude.
That's a lie.
We're not doing this because, like,
that bridge shakes.
I'm from like my whole family's from LA, dude. So like, I got nothing.
Your biggest attraction in the Bay is an old, decrepit, haunted prison.
Nah. The fuck?
No. He's talking about Alcatraz.
Yeah.
Alcatraz. That's where y'all get most of your tourism. Everybody wants to go to the Bay to go to Alcatraz. For what reason, I don't know.
Why?
I don't know. So much... It's a huge tourist attraction.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, but there's so much
surprisingly, so is the Winchester Mystery House.
Yeah, the Winchester Mystery House. You got you also have the Hearst Castle. And
you got the harbor. I know it's not the Bay. You got all the good
Pier 39.
Yeah, Pier 39. I get it, but San Francisco is overrated.
We got these bridges.
Yeah, I think I don't know. I don't disagree. I think San Francisco is overrated, but the Bay in general is not
overrated. Sacramento's better than the Bay.
Oh my god, dog.
That literally got me to laugh out loud there.
What
are we doing, dog? What are we doing? What the fuck are we doing?
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. The best city in the Bay is
Santa Cruz, California. It's facts. Santa Cruz, California is the best city in the Bay.
San Marino? What?
Santa Cruz.
Oh, Santa Cruz.
Best city in the Bay.
Well, Santa Cruz is like Santa Barbara, so. Just Santa Cruz close to the water too, or no?
Yeah, it's on the water. It's on the water.
So it's kind of remind me of Santa Barbara.
But so is San Francisco's on the water.
Yeah, but San Francisco's overrated. That big ass bridge that shakes all day, every day. Nothing good happens in San Francisco. You got the Niners, you got the Giants, like.
Yeah, you just.
It's just not a good city.
Yeah, the Warriors. Yeah.
You got all those damn car thefts.
We got all those fucking championship rings.
You got only thing good about San Francisco was that one show with the house in the middle, the White House.
Full House.
Full House, yeah.
Full House.
He said that one show with the house in the middle.
Irv's living back in the 90s right now. Things too, like, oh, it was the one house, it was Full House. Oh, and then Barry Bonds and Willie Mays. Oh, and then
that's only 3 things.
And then Ashbury, and then
the best thing is your main tourist attraction can't be an old prison.
One thing I won't tolerate is Bay hate, dog.
The Bay's overrated, bro. It's cool.
It's really not. Anyways, let's get some best bets for tomorrow, fellas. What we got?
Go to baseball. The Angels get the monkey off their back with their ace on the mound and Shohei Ohtani.
Okay, minus 160.
Future Dodger, yeah. I even feel confident taking them on the run line, but I won't do that because their bullpen is absolute dog shit. So if they get the lead, they probably give it up and win by 1 run. So just go money line Angels. Shohei should take you to the bench.
That's facts. Ben?
I'm going to go with what I was preaching for the NHL. So I'm going to go New York and Carolina under, and then I'm going to go Florida and Boston over. Florida and Boston over 6, I think it is. Hold on, I'm pulling it up right now. Yeah, over 6.
All right, I got 3 plays for tomorrow that I love. We're going Marlins money line against the Giants minus 130 with Jesus Luzardo on the mound. Giants are the second worst team against left-handed pitching, batting, so I like the Marlins there. Giants also one of the worst bullpens in baseball. I also like the Kings +1 against the Warriors. I've been very consistent in this series. I said whoever wins a road game first will win the series. I don't think the Warriors win a road game here. The Warriors are one of the worst road teams in basketball. So give me the Kings. And I like the Hurricanes at home minus 160 against the Islanders. I just like Carolina's one of the best home teams, dude. I gotta back them at home. So give me the Hurricanes minus 160 at home.
Yeah, I would not pick against the Hurricanes at home.
You know what I'm saying?
Under any circumstances.
I think that's a pretty solid bet. And I'm not a hockey guy, dude. Here.
It was good. It was a little strong, but that kind of came out as it warmed up a little bit, which is something that you kind of expect with a double. Overall taste, though, it definitely had some good kind of tropic elements to it, and good, decent hoppiness. It wasn't really that punchy in the face, which you can get with IPA, double IPA. So quality. I'd give it for a double IPA, 4 out of 5. Overall, I'd give it a 3.75.
All right. That Kush Chronic IPA that I had from Fremont, absolute 5 out of 5. Banger, dude.
I'm gonna look for that.
This other one, this Cheech and Chong Low Rata Dank IPA from Decadent Brewing Company. This is out of don't even say where they're fucking from. I never had a fucking beer from these people before. What the fuck? Decadent Brewing Company. They don't have I don't know where they're from. They're from somewhere. Somewhere in America. This one's pretty good. Not as danky as the Fremont Kush. I'm telling you right now, that Fremont Kush IPA is something spectacular.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep an eye out for that.
That's a 5. This Cheech and Chong is like a 4 out of 5. I would definitely drink it again. It's tasty, but it is not that Kush IPA. I'm about to go back to the brewery. I'm about to buy like a fucking 24 case of this Kush IPA, dude. That's how good this shit is. It is that fucking good. That good.
I'll pay for shipping. Send me one. I'll buy your porter and ship it to you too. So
if Shohei go to the Dodgers, I gotta buy me a Shohei.
If Shohei goes to the Dodgers, dude, I'll give you a big fucking middle finger.
Shohei goes. We'll do the same as the judge one. If Shohei goes to the Dodgers, I'll buy you a Dodgers Shohei jersey. If Shohei goes to the Giants, you're buying me a Shohei Giants jersey.
He's not going to the Giants, so
good.
Dodger jersey, here it comes.
All right, we'll see. All right, y'all. Thank you for tapping in with us. Hopefully, y'all learned something. Hopefully, y'all got some positive information. Make sure to go to Tavour.com or download the Tavour app straight to your mobile device. You use promo code TAPROOM for $10 off your first purchase of $25 or more. That's craft beer delivered straight to your front door. You don't even have to leave your seat. We'll be back on Tuesday night. We'll be talking Major League Baseball games for Wednesday. Been pretty hot on that. Aaron and I fucking crushed Friday, so definitely tap into those shows. We'll be previewing, handicapping, picking all these games that we talk about against the spread and everything. So we appreciate y'all. Thanks for rocking with us. Tell a friend. Let everybody know. Twitch.tv/taproomsports. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all. Let's get this money. Let's go.
Damn, Jesus Luzardo really not winning Cy Young.
Yeah, who got him to win the Cy Young? Right here.